Fuck it. Get this shit right, nigga. Honestly, we don't really give a fuck what all you other niggas is doing, cause the shit is irrelevant. You feel what I'm saying? Your moves ain't shit to me, cause I'ma make my moves, nigga, and I'ma do what I do. You feel me? Look.
Hold it down for my G's, still I'm seeing greed. A lot of niggas in these streets who don't get no reprieve. So what you want is you gon' bleed to keep your niggas free? Oh, it's facade until you ball and you stacking cheese. Okay, I see this shit is 3 letters. Embark on it just for cheddar. It's W-A-R, VV's for vendettas. 90K chain, THG on the sweater. You gon' get a real nigga once you get them things together. Where do you belong on this life marathon? Keep it G and watch the plans form like Voltron. Can't understand niggas behind me, they speaking in bronze. Never moved on this chessboard by industry pawns. Snakes in the lawn, never trip, my clippers cut strong. Heavyweight up on this mic, bars hit like Tyson. Real rap money, nigga, pockets on big pun. Step your game up, little nigga, hating bother me none. Niggas said they poppin', but I never pay attention. Quiet when you see 'em, but they whoopin' on my mentions. I'm itching to stand up for my team, put 'em on. I hope a nigga trippin', it ain't shit to get him gone. I'm from West Side, who the fuck he gon' take mine? Fontana, put that O between that double 9. Wear that shit up on my sleeve like an astro sign. Shit about respect and it's my time, nigga. Verse 2, blessing like you said I chew. It's no truth, so best duck if it's coming to you. With every verse, I'm putting rappers back in ICU. It's game 6 bars, every word sick with the Yeah, it's Fargo, motherfucker, you should know how I rock. Guaranteed to give you dope just like that old crack pot. Hugging knots, tuck the block, bitch, I'm built for the guap. Grab a P and shake that bitch like Renfro in the slot. Yeah, it's 90K, nigga, what it is, killer. Stepping on your necks until my pockets get bigger. New West, nigga, ain't nobody realer. You should know what's happening when we stepping in your villa. I do this for a better life, y'all do this for the fame. I steady maintain, well I done seen these niggas change. Sometimes you take them L's and got to charge it to the game. Can't expect to grow much without no pain, my nigga.
There we go. Now I feel like y'all can hear you, dog, man. Hey, let me know if it's good out there, man. We good? We good for your boy get started, man. Had a little thing going on over here, man. But y'all let me know if y'all can hear me now. I feel like we should be straight right now. Yes, sir. There we go, man. So we back. What's the deal, everybody, man? Y'all already know what time it is. I did my whole intro spiel. But we here, bro. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, bro. We talking about Raiders versus Bucks, man. There we go. I had to get it together, man. Had to troubleshoot around here. But yeah, we about to get into it, man. Raiders versus Buccaneers, man. You already know what time it is. Make sure you guys comment down below, man. The show don't move without y'all. It's always fun tapping in with Raider Nation, man, especially with this this hard season we going through. So obviously it's always good to talk through the season with some other Raider fans, man. But without further ado, you know how we do, man. We got to go ahead and give it up to the first segment here on the Raider Rundown, man, which is man, got to hit it with the roll call, man. Shout out to all the nation that's in the building, man. Shout out to my peoples, man, for letting me know the audio was fucked up. I appreciate that, and not just letting you boy ramble on. If I rambled on for like 30 minutes, bro, and there was no audio, I swear to God, bro, I probably would have took a break for the rest of the week. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have took a break. Frosty Zero, man, what's going on, man? What's going on with you? Appreciate it. I got my guy Elmatic in the building, man. He was the first one, so got to give him love. He was first comment up in there, man. So I appreciate you. My guy Chili Pepper, always showing up, man. Always representing in the building, man. What's going on, man? Yes, sir. Sacktown, what's going on, bro? Dre for show, man, in the building. What's the deal, bro? Yes, sir. Better lose out. Hey, I feel you, bro. There's something we got to talk about when it comes to the quarterback for sure. For sure, got to talk about that. Let me see. Real talk, man. My guy 805, man, what's happening, bro? What's going on, man? Appreciate you. Fire show you had with Chris and Severe as always, man. We would be calling you radio. Nah, hey, I would have deleted that whole shit. It would have been a waste of everybody's 30 minutes. I would have deleted the whole damn show. It would have been a wrap. But you know, we here, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it, man. So you already know what it is. Like I said, make sure you hit the like button and all the extras. But let's go ahead and get into the real segments into it, which the first one would be gotta hit it with the Raider Reese's, man. See what's going down in the town, man. What's going on with the team that we feel like we got to talk about, man. So first and foremost, number one, we got to talk about somebody going to IR, and that is DJ Turner. DJ Turner has been placed on the injured reserve list, got his opportunity this year finally to get on the field, right, and produce. He had some touchdowns, right? He had some touchdowns. I wouldn't say it was anything that was super spectacular, right? It wasn't nothing for me where I was like, oh, yeah, dog, like this dude is a bona fide number 2, whatever receiver, but made some plays, right? Definitely, I think, you know, if AP returns, definitely earns a spot to come back and compete for certain roles, right? I still say special teams primarily, but the fact that his season is done, even more of a blow to the depth, right? Like we just can't catch a goddamn break at this point. Everybody's getting nicked up. Everybody's getting hurt. So he's to IR, which effectively pretty much ends his season, right? Like he's done. So shame to see. He was doing pretty well when he was in there. Like I said, it wasn't anything spectacular, but for what he had to come in and do and what he had to come in and spell, I 100% feel he did what he had to do, bro. So I definitely think if Antonio Pierce returns, he should get a chance to get a spot on the roster, right? He definitely should get a spot to work on it. But in lighter news, in more happier news, you see one man goes to IR, man, and then you see another man brought up to the actual 53-man roster, and that is Sincere McCormick, man, Turf's guy. If anybody be watching me or Turf and I, right, you already know Turf rants and raves about your boy. And he finally gets his opportunity, and by all means, bro, he's showing his ass. He is showing his ass. So I can't even be mad at them signing that. I'm not even, I mean, there's nothing to be mad at. I mean, his performances speak for themselves, in my opinion. So far he's ran the ball very well. He's broke more tackles than I've seen since Zamir White and Alexander Madison break when they were starting. Way more tackles than there. He looks quicker. He looks faster to the hole, man. I think if he continues the way he's continuing at the end of the season, he can be in the mix for maybe some RB2 next year, right? Just in the rotation. I'm not going to sit here and talk about like, oh, yeah, man, this dude, this dude is going to sit there and start next year. Like, no, we're not going to say that. But what we are going to say is he can go ahead and have some type of role next year in the rotation if he continues and finishes his year strong, right? So for the season, so far, Sincere McCormick is sitting at 17 carries for 97 yards in the games that he's played. So not terrible. You look, last week was his best game. You're sitting at 12 carries for 64 yards, averaging 5.3 yards a carry. Honestly, I think we should have gave the ball to him more, in my opinion. You probably should have gave the ball to him more, but there you are. I mean, even in Denver, the 10-point loss to Denver, 5 carries for 33 yards. That's a 6.6 average, so he's already averaging way more yardage than our 2 running backs combined that were starting at the beginning of the season, right? And yes, I came out here and said, yeah, you let Zamir White do what he do, right? But did want to draft one. But it is what it is. We get production from where we get it from. And him showing up in this fashion is wonderful to see, bro. I mean, practice squad for a number of years, hurt as well, came back, and he's taking advantage of every opportunity, bro. So by every means, that's a good move in my opinion, man. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, man. People already glazing AOC. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit in its own segment, but yeah, bro, we're not gonna pay attention to that. You heard what my guy Sacktown Mike says, man. Go ahead and hit them likes, man. Tap on the like button at the very least, man. And if you're really feeling what you're hearing, hit on the subscribe button as well, man. It don't hurt nobody, man. We always trying to grow the squad at the end of the day. D Moke says, gonna keep it a buck. I don't really like any QB in his draft, but if we do pick one, I think we should sit him and have him learn the system before we put him out there. Keep AOC as QB1. Now, that's logical. Right? Like, that's logical. I like, you can say you don't really like him, but honestly, bro, like there's the swing is this year. It has to be this year. There is no other choice, right? And there's really only 2. I honestly believe that there are 2 that are I'll put my words carefully, but you bring them into a franchise, and then let's say the fortunes will change, I believe. So only 2 though. So about sitting him a year though, there's mixed feelings. It's mixed feelings. Now, if you want to say that AOC can be the bridge, so be it, right? Because he's like 27, going to be 28. That's Sam Darnold in Minnesota, for real. So you can say that if that's what you want to say. I'm not mad at that. And then you say, okay, AOC, you either going to get traded or go ahead and find your next best opportunity for yourself, then sure. But what we're not going to sit here and do and be like, oh, yeah, man, draft Travis Hunter and then you go ahead and wait next year. For what? What the fuck are we waiting for? And this is my thing, right? Like, and we'll jump into it later, but people sit there and say like, oh yeah, let's wait for Arch Manning. You fools. Do you understand that if you're going to sit there and say, oh, let's get Travis Hunter, let's get AOC, you're going to have to be damn near the same record next year to even sniff at getting Arch Manning. So everybody that starts saying, I don't know if there's anybody in here saying that, but I see a couple people that say that. If anybody is saying that, bro, it sounds delusional. You're going to have to be, at the very minimum, the record you are right now to get Arch Manning next year. So you're willing to draft Travis Hunter and still be 2-10? Don't really make no sense, do it. Come on now. We got to stop all that. We got to stop all that. Sincere is running back. A lot of people, and I applaud a lot of people for keeping Sincere in their rotation, right? A lot of people did not give up, and applaud for that, bro. Definitely applaud for that. I'm all for sitting the rookie. Yeah, I mean, like if you say a year, sure, because we have the guy, right? Like we already have the guy. That's my whole thing, and I think that's a lot of our whole thing. We don't have no long-term solution. Before somebody says it, AOC is not that. So we don't have no long-term solution. So right now, we have to sit here and say, okay, we got to get one. If we have one, then letting him learn is never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. M85 says, I turned 40 in January. Let's get a QB in 2025, please. Hey, dog, I feel you. I fucking feel you, dog. We can't go too much longer, right? Because in a minute, I'm gonna be saying what you saying. And then when you I'm gonna be saying that shit, now you turning 60 and we still ain't did shit. Come on now. This shit's ridiculous, bro. We gotta fuck around and do something, right? We gotta do something. Fuck all that. We gotta get the quarterback, bro. Draft Sanders. Pick up a veteran QB like Stafford or Darnold. Then start the rookie a year or two. What Chili Pepper says is kind of relevant. Does AOC have the experience? Now, AOC has been in 3 systems so far. 3 systems. And I would say he's not. I would look at him so far and say, like, he's a very smart dude. I think he'd be able to pass on very smart study habits and things of that nature. Now, if you want to go more veteran, it's different. But the veteran options out there on free agency are ass. And I'm sorry, I can't take no year of no Jameis Winston. I can't. Not after what we've seen for 2 straight years. I'd be damned if I sit there and watch some Jameis Winston. I'm just not doing it, bro. So that's pretty much the best option out there. To be honest with you, I don't think Sam Darnold leaves Minnesota's building. I really don't, honestly, because you got JJ coming off an injury. Yeah, he could come in there, but if they fuck around and they deep playoff run, dog, what's the harm? Jordan Love sat for 4 years, I think. You feel me? So there ain't no harm in sitting him another year. Now, the only tricky thing is like Sam Darnold's 28, so it's like, what do you do? What do you do at that point? But next topic we go ahead and get into, man. We go ahead and move it along, man. This we talk about. I am kind of weary about this, man, because although I think it was a great season, I'm sad for it to end the way it ended, man. And that is Jacorian Bennett, right? Jacorian Bennett, he's out for the season, like we all know, is gone. He will not be coming back. Me, I'm already saying it, right? And people laugh at me, but I tell you, I just look at certain trends, right? That's 2 straight years, right? Do we not end with an injury? So just certain things, I'm like, all right, bro, we got to start finishing these years healthy now, right? You look good this year, but now we got to start finishing the years healthy. But despite that, look at his stats, dog. He's 3rd among corners in receptions allowed with only 18. 10th in targets in 37th. 176 allowed, 176 yards allowed total, and that's the 2nd most by any starting cornerback. 0 touchdowns allowed this year, 9 pass breakups, and that's 4th among cornerbacks, and a 62.4 QBR rating against him, and that is 6th. Hey, the numbers speak for themselves, man. He did his goddamn thing this year, bro. He did his thing. I think when he returns, we have a corner that we can say, all right, man, we want to see you display that same level of consistency, right? And if he comes out there and does that, then we have a corner. I like Jack Jones. Jack Jones is all right, but the way this dude was playing, that's number 1 corner status, right? He's playing number 1 corner status. I'm very excited to get him back for next year. But it's tough to see him down, man. Tough to see him down right now because he's not going to be able to come back for this year. And I definitely wanted to see him finish out the year, especially with some of the comp. That'd be, especially this week. I would love to see him against Mike Evans, certain guys, right? But now we're not going to be able to do that. But somebody that is here and somebody that is, I think, number 1 at their position, and I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I think he is the best at his position, and there's a lot of guys in there, but I don't see none of them dudes, and there's some veteran dudes, but I don't see none of these dudes doing what he's doing. And of course, we talking about Big 89, man. Of course, we talking about Big 89. You see what Antonio Pierce says right here, man. Why Brock Bowers isn't comparable, man. He's different. 1 of 1. They asked Antonio Pierce to compare Brock Bowers to anybody that he's played against in his playing career, and he couldn't do it. Right? Couldn't do it. He said that is 1 of 1. Steal. Yeah, dog. That I honestly think, and I don't even know how people can debate it. He's the best tight end in the league, dog. And yeah, it's a little Raider bias, but goddamn, look at his numbers. The man's putting up receiver numbers, right? Receiver numbers as a tight end breaking rookie numbers as a tight end, and not only that, doing it with a goddamn revolving door at quarterback. Oh, stop it, dog. And I see people talk about Bo Nix for rookie of the year, and I see people talk about Jaden Daniels for rookie of the year. Fuck out of here with that. This dude is the rookie of the year, bro. Yes, we can talk about Raider bias all you want, but the stats and all that speak for themselves, and the circumstance, right? The circumstance speaks for itself as well, dog. This man's played with 3 different quarterbacks this year, and he's 4th in receiving. That shit's insane. That shit's insane, dog. Like, to be 4th in receiving, he's played with 3 quarterbacks. One very shitty this year. Desmond Ridder only played a couple snaps, right? Like, and you talk about Aiden O'Connell, he's been in and out the lineup, dog. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot, and he's 4th as a tight end. I don't see nobody doing what he's doing. I don't see George Kittle doing what he's doing. I don't see Travis Kelce doing it. I don't see Sam Laporta, like everybody in Detroit. I don't see that. One of one. Right, and I think, honestly, he's the rookie. He's the offensive rookie of the year. Now, it's probably going to go to a quarterback. It's probably going to go to a quarterback, and y'all know how they do it, especially the Raiders. And he plays for the Raiders, too, so Brock going to have to learn that, too. Like, yeah, it's a quarterback award, but you do play for the Raiders now, Brock. They're going to fuck you. Like, and there's no Diddy on that, but you know what I mean? No Vaseline, too. It's going to be dirty, bro, because you know how they do. You know how they do the Raiders, bro. They do it for the fucking Hall of Fame. They do it for the Pro Bowl sometimes. And they do it for awards. Like, it's just what it is, dog. You know, like, that our team consistently gets snubbed. And it happens to our alumni plus, right? But it is what it is. We know the truth. I think when the top 100 comes out in the NFL, as it always does each year, the players know the truth, right? Like, this motherfucker's different. And we got to steal. Whatever quarterback comes in here this next year, he's going to be in heaven, right? Because you got a tight end that is all world. You got a tight end that's all world, bro. And that's going to be your best friend, to be honest with you. So shout out to everybody in here, man. Let me see what everybody talking about, man. M85 says, fire Deuce, get Brady's people for strength and conditioning. Now you talking some shit right there, M85. You talking something right there, bro, and I like it. Yeah, get Tom's people. Because Tom was healthy, man. Yeah, he did play quarterback, bro. But everybody that be using Tom should be peak. I fuck with it. Dre says he is the starter. Yeah. They still hating on Brock Bowers. He is 4th in receiving yards. Dog, there's no way you can deny what he's doing. Now, yeah, it could be a quarterback award when you talk about offensive rookie of the year, but what he's doing, no, there's no doubts, man. Man, my guy Jeff, any Raider boosters in the building, man. Make sure you guys tap in with him and my dog Leo and Jay. They are going to be doing their show at 7 o'clock tonight, man. So make sure you guys pull up. That's 10 o'clock for my dog Jeff, man, out there in that East Coast time. But yeah, man, make sure you pull up to their show after this, man. Make sure y'all pull up. Gunsmoke in the building, man. My guy Gunsmoke, what's the deal with you, big dog? How you feeling this evening, man? It is Wednesday. We are almost to that Friday, bro. You know, I love doing the Wednesday shows because it lets me know I'm halfway through the fucking week. You know what I mean? Like, now we halfway through the week. Raiders practices start. We can see all these things, right? And now I'm looking forward to getting my weekend and shit started. But salute everybody up in here, man. Not going to take too much time. Going to continue on with this real quick. Let me see what else I wanted to go ahead bring up. But talked about it yesterday with Leo a little bit, but we're going to talk about it here, and that is AOC's performance against the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And what that means and kind of the thought processes within the building. AOC's performance was a nice performance. It was one performance, right? Like, we cannot sit here and start getting all head over heels every time we see something. Like, literally, bro, like, if you go on Twitter or you just look like Raider fans, right? Like, every week they'll contradict themselves. Every week is a contradiction, dog. One day you see something you don't like, and then it's all over. It's the end of the world. Then, right, you see something you do like, then that's the best thing you've ever seen. We have to learn how to walk this line of fandom, of saying, like, all right, bro, like, yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was bad, but what's the medium and what's in between, right? What's in between? And what I've seen in between from AOC, right? Like, yes, he has had inconsistencies as far as play callers, schemes, however you want to say it. But there will still be some fundamental things that AOC will not be able to do. He still can't be able to throw accurately on the run, right? He can't consistently evade pressure. That's going to be a thing. Now, yes, against the Chiefs defense, he did well, but I'm saying consistently do it. That's a different scenario, right? And different things. So I don't know if he'd be able to do that. And honestly, I can't even sit here. If I'm looking at the two prospects we want, right? Primarily Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders. I can't sit here and think that AOC will be better than them. I don't. I think those two dudes will be better than AOC either coming into the league or give them a year, and they'll be better, right? Like that's legit what I think. So if that's the case, why would you not take the swing on better prospects? Of course, at that position, Aiden O'Connell is a fringe starting quarterback, backup quarterback for real in the league, right? Ryan Fitzpatrick type. And that's fine. You need some of those sometimes when you're going through a season of this nature. Or he'll be very, very good later on down the line in his career as well, doing, he's not going to be like that, but what Joe Flacco was doing and bouncing around the teams, helping them in their pushes if their quarterback is hurt or struggles, right? You'll be able to do that. But he's not the long-term solution, dog. He's just not. There are physical things that will prohibit him from taking his game to another level. While as the two prospects we're looking at in the draft, I think these dudes can be exponentially better than what Aiden O'Connell can be. If not coming into the league, in a year, they will be better. So we fall in love with too many things, man. We fall in love with the shit that catches our eye on the screen at the time, right? Like, I guarantee you, bro, same people that was saying AOC sucks week 10 was the same, and where's AOC week 10? Same motherfuckers are saying this week, he might be able to start. Come on, bro. Like, we can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, we got to live in the medium. And the medium is, bro, we've seen a number of film on Aiden O'Connell, right? Last year against the Chiefs. Even if you want to take the Chiefs game, let's take the Chiefs game. Let's live in the medium, right? Take the Chiefs game from his whole career. Last year, what did we see from Aiden O'Connell last year? Ass. Let's be honest with you. It was trash. He didn't even complete a pass in the second half. One extreme. That's one extreme, right? Then you go this year. He fucks around and he damn near carves him up for damn near 400 yards, something like that. We getting it in, right? Touchdowns, all type of shit. Extreme. So what's the middle, right? What's in the middle? That's and probably what's in the middle of that is mid, to be honest with you. That's just what it is, bro. Mid. In the middle of that is mid. You fuck around and you get, a solid 2-something yards, maybe a touchdown or something. The difference is with Aiden O'Connell, he probably won't fuck around and throw the ball over or turn the ball over, right? Like, that's cool. But honestly, even in the game last week, he almost fucked around and turned the ball over. Now, I'm not even counting the fumble for real. I'm counting a throw. I'm counting some throws where he fucked around and almost threw an interception last week. So you live in that medium, bro. He's not the guy. He's not the long-term solution. King Street Brody says we should have signed Winston. I can't take Jameis Winston. I'm sorry. After what I saw against the Broncos, bro, I'm straight. Leave that shit where it is, dog. Leave it where it is. Chili Pepper says the nation falls in love with any QB that gives them any result, even in a loss. That's a fact. That's a fact. And what I'm very scared of, to be honest with you, Chili, what I'm very scared of, dog, is when we get this quarterback that certain people are not going to be fully behind the quarterback. And there's going to be some that is honestly going to expect that quarterback to fail. And with those, right? With those people, when they reveal themselves, you know what we got to do, bro? We have to instantly call the motherfucking ass out, right? Instantly call them out and call for the internet fade, right? I'm going to pull your Raider card. If I see motherfuckers doing that, I don't care. Look, and you know me, I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. But if we pick Cam Ward, then it is what it is, right? Like, I'm a Cam Ward fan. Fuck it, let's rock. But What I'm not going to sit here and do and be like, I wanted Shedeur Sanders. Well, fuck it. Well, I hope Cam Ward don't do all that good to show that I was right. Or I didn't want Shedeur Sanders. He's too flashy for me. I don't like Deion Sanders. So you know what I'm going to do? Fuck them. I hope they don't succeed just to show that we made the wrong choice. You know how fucking stupid you sound? You know how dumb and ignorant some people sound when they do that? And I can't wait because it's going to happen. Some people are going to reveal themselves when the quarterback is picked, and I'm going to pull cards. I don't give a fuck. I'm pulling cards now, right? You coming on here talking about you don't like Shedeur because he has a bad attitude. He's too much. Give me the examples. I would love the examples, right, of him not being a team player. I would love him. Lay him out to me. But most people, when you ask them that question, they can't do it. So my thing is this. When we pick this quarterback, let's all at least try to be behind him until he shows that he's not the guy, right? If he shows that he's not the guy, well, then we can fully turn at that point. Get the pitchforks out and let's fuck around. But if there's still, if we still can see something and still something to be worked on, then why are we praying for failure? It makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense because some people are not, and the reason I'm saying that is because some people are not going to get what they want. Some people legitimately want us to keep AOC and draft Travis Hunter or some other shit. So, we just got to be prepared for it now. And I'm speaking it April is a ways away, bro, but I'm talking about this shit now because I guarantee you it's going to pop its ugly head up, dog. It definitely is. But wow. We go on here, man. We talking about all this, man. Let's go ahead and get into some current news. We halfway through the show. Make sure you guys are tapping on the like button, man. Make sure you already hit on that thing, man. But make sure you're hitting on the subscribe button as well. But we halfway through the show. Okay, now it's time to start getting into that recent news. Some of the recent shit. And y'all already know where we got to go next when we talk about recent news, man. Our next segment, which is... hit it with the injury report, man. We got to see who's in, who's out, man, and what it's trending to look like. Y'all already know, man. We be on top of it. We be pretty spot on when it comes to predicting who's going to play, who's not going to play. So let's see if we can predict it this week, and let's see what we got. Let me pull this up for y'all, see if y'all can see it. All right, man. This is the injury report coming into today. Remember, Wednesdays on a regular work week for football. Wednesdays is the first day of on-field practice, right? So then you can really see who's on there. So you look at us, not too long this week, right? Like not too long. Usually I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, goddamn, our shit look like the Buck shit. But this week, not bad. You see pretty much. You know why it's not bad too? Because a lot of motherfuckers that was on there just got put on IR. But Zamir White, didn't practice. His season's over, right? Say what you want, bro. His season is done, okay? And he's probably not coming back either. That's probably a fact. It's probably a wrap for Zamir White in a Raiders uniform. We won't boo-hoo and shed no tears, so it is what it is. But, yeah, his season's done, in my opinion. Justin Shorter, I like Justin Shorter just for some depth, just like the size. But he was a full participant with his bag. Jordan Meredith, we can't have him out, right? I want to continue to evaluate Jordan Meredith and see how he finishes the season. Because the way he's playing, bro, he's playing to be able to contend for a starting guard spot next year. Now, that's not saying that he will be a starting guard, but if he finishes the season, excuse me, the way that he is playing right now, then he definitely has earned the right to at least compete for the spot, right? I mean, you still draft a guy, you might sign one in free agency, but I think he still competes. So glad to see he's full. Alexander Madison was limited with his ankles, so that's interesting. He might be on track to come back and play. So we'll see about that. If so, it'd be another big body. I still think Sincere McCormick should get the majority of the carries regardless. He should still get majority of the carries. But Alexander Madison coming back gives us some more variety in the backfield bigger body, you know, different style of running. So we'll be able to attack different ways like that. Last but not least, man, Nate Hobbs did not practice today. So that's very interesting. I'm trying to see if his season's over too. And I'm going to be real with you. I honestly, it might be. Season might be over, to be honest with you, with Nate Hobbs, because payday has to come, right? We 2-10. What is some people's mind? What the fuck am I playing for? Now, I don't know if that is happening. I don't know that for a fact. I ain't, you know, I hear things, but that ain't nothing I heard. So I've completely put that out there. But yeah, something about it, man. Something about it is weird, bro. Something about it is weird. So he's not practicing, but I'm gonna be real. Y'all know how I get with these injuries, bro. Don't matter who it is, right? Best ability is availability. I don't care who it is. Could have been Tom Brady out there, motherfucker. If Tom Brady is out every 2 weeks, well, then is Tom Brady Tom Brady? No, he's not. Because he's out every fucking 2 weeks. So he's not able to do what he does. Same thing with Nate Hobbs, dog. I like Nate Hobbs. Nate Hobbs has all the ability in the world as a slot corner. But the motherfucker's out every 4 weeks. He's out. Right? Like, what am I going to do with that? How can we be a consistent, aggressive defense if some of our aggressors ain't on the field? And how much am I supposed to pay for this as well? Next question. Now, it ain't our money, right? It's not my money that we're spending, but it's Mark's money. And if we're going to talk about the team and we're going to analyze the team, we got to act like, okay, well, if we were in Mark's shoes, what would we do? If you're in Mark's shoes, how much are you paying for that? He's been here 3 years, right? In the 3 years that you've seen Nate Hobbs, what are you willing to pay? In the 3 years I've seen Nate Hobbs too, every single year he's been here, he's been out with an injury. That is also a fact. So, you know, I can sound like the bad guy. That's fine if people don't agree. But same thing with Malcolm Koonce too. What am I paying? We all gotta have this conversation, bro. It's a tough conversation to have, but this is where we're in tough positions right now. Right? Like, we gotta have these fucking conversations. There's no choice. So these guys, you look at the Bucs injury report, man. Bucky Irving being on there and not practicing is huge, because he's nice, right? He's been shredding teams, so it is, you know, prayers to him. Hopefully he's healthy. But yeah, him not practicing is huge, dog. Tristan Wirfs, I don't know if he's out for the season, but if I don't know what the deal is, but he didn't practice, so that's huge. You know, you look at the guys. Who else who didn't practice? Mike Evans, but he's probably going to play. He played last week. He'll probably play. He's a veteran, getting some time off. Mike Edwards, he did not practice. I don't know if he'll practice. That might be their starting safety. And KJ Britt as well. So that's big. Starting linebacker did not practice as well. But you know, you see Baker Mayfield on here. He's good. All type of things. You see Joe Tryon Shoyinka. I don't know how to say all that, but he was limited. Seen him before, kind of a pass rusher for him. They have a nice little nucleus as far as pass rushing and D-line go. Their defense has always been somewhat formidable, right? Like, Tampa's defense is going to be nice with Todd Bowles being there. They're going to be schemed up correctly. So it's not going to be – we're going to have to go in there, and Scott Turner going to have to scheme it the fuck up this week. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. He's going to have to scheme it up because it's not going to be – now, last week, yeah, he was going to have to scheme it up against Kansas City as well. And by all intents and purposes, he did his thing. But this week as well, like, this defense, I'm not going to say they're a huge, monstrous, you know, defense like they used to be. And a couple years ago, they were better. But now they're still good, right? They're still good. They'll still be able to put pressure on your quarterback. They'll still be able to stop the run with those guys in there, man. That guy Vita Vea and all that in there. They're going to be able to stop the run. So we just gotta see how we can attack. But Scott Turner attacked very well last week. He attacked very well last week. By all intents and purposes, man. Best game we saw from the Raiders offense in a long time. But looking at the Buccaneers, man, let's go ahead and do our little scouting report, man. Let's see what we got. Let's see how we can scout them, what their stats look like, what they're doing for the season. So, right, going on there, looking at some of their team leaders, right? You got Baker Mayfield. He's leading the pack. He's there. Bucky Irvin has 732 yards on the season. That shit's crazy. He's got 732 yards on the season, man. He's got 6 touchdowns. But their team stats, man, going into it, man. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Looking at their team stats as of right now, bro, they are 6th in the league on offense with passing yards with 238 per game. They're 8th in the league in rushing yards at 137. Right. So at times we've looked shaky against the run, but as of late, we've looked very good. Right. We've looked very good against the run. We started to get back to form, which what I thought was going to happen at the beginning of the season was we were going to be a very, very good run defense. We was going to be a very good run defense. And we've started to show that a little bit. Certain guys are starting to show their ass a little bit, man. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. Certain guys starting to show their ass, but we're doing good in that regard. But still getting to the quarterback is a little bit of an issue. It's still a little bit of an issue, in my opinion, and I still think we can be better in that regard. But like I said, still there. So total first downs they've had as a team, man, they've had 272 first downs, man. That not bad. And their opponents have only had 259 first downs against them. So really, the offense, their defense is middle of the pack, offense kind of middle of the pack, and that kind of shows with their record, right? They're 6-6, so that shows with the record. But they have 33 sacks coming into the season, man. Coming into this game, they got 33 sacks coming into this game, or 28 sacks coming into this game. So still not bad though. 28 sacks coming into this game is definitely not bad. Like I said, they're gonna get after the quarterback, man. So how do we attack this defense? How do we attack this offense? You saw what I read right there, or you heard what I read right there, man. That's 137 yards per game on the ground. They're going to want to run the ball, right? They're going to want to get it out of Baker Mayfield's hands as well. They'll take their deep shots as well, but it's predicated on really getting this play action together, getting Mike Edwards down the field, right? Getting him down the field, making sure that he can get over the top of the defense, man. So what we got to do right here is we got to put pressure on Baker Mayfield, point blank, period. Point blank, period. There were times last week where Patrick Mahomes was pressured, and there were times where it sped up his clock. And you see what happens now when we're fucking aggressive, right? When we're aggressive, it's a whole different ball game. Now, this week, I'm a little scared, right, of trying to be aggressive and throwing DCam out there because he, once again, boy, if we try to throw DCam out there against, one of the better receivers in the league, right, then he gonna get treated like a kid in a grocery store throwing a temper tantrum. He's gonna get his ass beat. And that's not no exaggeration, dog. He's gonna get his ass beat because the way I've seen DeCameron Richardson perform in these last 2 games against this competition, right? In Cortland Sutton, okay. DeAndre Hopkins. He was getting beat like a drum, right? He was getting beat like a drum. But now you're talking about going against Mike Evans. I said Mike Edwards too earlier, but Mike Evans, fuck out of here with that, bro. Like we're not doing that. It's gonna have to, and as much as I want to be aggressive, bro, we're gonna have to play some mix of zone. We're gonna have to be a little somewhat soft with Mike Evans. We can't fuck around with him. We have to respect that. Now he's been in and out the lineup this year. He's been kind of hurt, banged up, but he's working his way back. Of course, he worked his way back last week. He got a touchdown. I'm not messing with that one right there. What needs to happen? We need to play somewhat soft on him, but we need to still find a way to bring some variant of pressure, right? We need to bring some variant of pressure. Now, last week we can live because Chason was getting home, right? It wasn't just Max. Max last week didn't have to shoulder the load and really be the only one to get to Patrick Mahomes. You saw Chason. He was doing his work, right? Adam Butler had a pretty good game last week. So it's like, all right, we can chill. We can chill. If Chason's going to give us that production, then we don't have to fuck around and blitz everybody. You know what I mean? And leave us exposed in the back end. We can be straight and bring the 4. But is Chason going to deliver the same type of game is my question. right? How many sacks he had last week? It was like 2, 3, something like that. Amazing game. Can he deliver that again this week? If he can do that again this week, now look, I just read Tristan Wirfs. I don't know. Is Tristan Wirfs a right tackle or is he a left tackle? Let me see. What is before I talk some shit? I don't even know if he's their left tackle. If he's their left tackle and he's out, then yeah, by all means, we can sit there and say like, all right, he can have a game against that backup, or Mac's gonna be over there. But if he's their right tackle, then already they're fucked off. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. If he's their right tackle and he's not playing, dog, and you got your backup out there already, so be it, man. May the Lord help you. You feel what I'm saying? May the Lord help you, because already you got to deal with 98 over there. But if he's their left tackle, then let's see if Chason can perform again, because that's really what we need. You saw now, right? Imagine Chason was Kuntz. Now, I was hoping that Kuntz can still perform that way. If Chason, that's what our defense was going to be, right? That right there, what we saw on Friday, that was the defense. 2 edge rushers going fucking ballistic. We saw Christian Wilkins earlier on in the season, dog, going ape shit. He was. When he was playing, dog, Christian Wilkins looked like an animal. Adam Butler is playing like an animal. I like these guys, these pieces, right? Like, that's what the defense was supposed to fucking look like for the year, dog. Now, it's unfortunate we didn't get that. Very unfortunate. But, to find the light in the tunnel, okay? The fact that you're getting guys like Chason, Snowden, all the, even Lualu, I believe that's how you pronounce it, number 9, big number 96. You get him playing. You get all these guys, right? Just coming in here, mixing together, getting these reps, getting comfortable with one another, right? Coming into next year, bro, this D-line is going to be fucking animals. Animals. Because now, Mac, I'm not even going to lie, bro, there's cachet in this building now. Now, there have been times, right, we've had some cool D-line rooms, but you look now, right, there's like former first-round picks in this motherfucker now, right? You're going to have some higher picked guys in this rotation now. There are dogs on this D-line that will be able to be unlocked, and we keep giving them reps, keep doing their thing. Next year, we add to the D-line as well, bro. It's going to be, again, one of the stronger units of the team. As long as it's healthy, D-line going to be one of the strongest units of the team, bro. So that's that. Now, going into this week, right? The Buccaneers defense is mid, but what they will do is stop the run, right? That is what their primary focus is, bro. They're going to stop that run. So that's just what they do. And if they have to win ugly, they will fucking win ugly. They'll do that as well. So their primary thing is to stop the run. Now, say that, and let's go against, let's look at a team that we're kind of competing against for draft position when you talk about the New York Giants, right? They just played the Buccaneers 2 weeks ago. And by all intensive purposes, right? And all intents and purposes, they whooped their ass, right? Buccaneers whooped their ass. So looking at that game, right, the Giants need to run the football. And they have a very, very good young running back in that Tyrone Tracy, right? They have a very good running back in him. So they need to run the football in order to get started, dog. Tyrone Tracy only had 9 carries for 42 yards that game, right? Only 9 carries for 42 yards, dog. Tommy DeVito ended up throwing 31 passes, but only had 189 yards to show for it, right? Only had 189 yards to show for it. Malik Neighbors only had 64 yards. Like, the Giants needed to run the ball, and that didn't get done, right? So you see them. That was the emphasis that day. Now, they lost the game to the 49ers, right, on the 10th. What did the 49ers do to them that game? They didn't really do shit that game, right? And they only won by 3 points, right? 49ers only won by 3 points. Brock Purdy had to have an outstanding game. 353. But you look at Christian McCaffrey, he had 13 carries for 39 yards. Another example of this defense is going to take some shit away. It took Brock Purdy having damn near 400 yards for them to win that game, right, for them to win that game. Now you look at some of the outliers in their games that they're losing, right? And really they're letting teams put up big ass points too. Like shit's wild, right? You talk Ravens a couple weeks ago, or really a month something ago. It's October. Season move fast, don't it? Shit's wild. But Ravens, right? Games ago, you look at Derrick Henry. They scored 41 points. 41 points. Derrick Henry had 169 yards of rushing. Trend, right? Interesting. Now let's go to another game they lost. Falcons game. They lost the Falcons game, 36-30. Thriller game. That was on my birthday too, October 3rd. But you look at the Falcons rushing yards. Not overly crazy, but then you look, they had 12 carries for 61 yards. 5.1 average. That's good yardage, right? If they would have ran the ball more with that average, you're probably looking at 100-yard day from Bijan. So that's one there. Okay, what's another game that they've lost this year? They lost to the Broncos, 26-7. Now, granted, that's earlier on in the year. They lost to the Broncos earlier on in the year. But, you had some dude that's not even playing for the Broncos no more at this point. I don't even know if he is, but this motherfucker has 70 yards on 9 carries, right? We seeing the trend, right? The trend is you're going to have to run the ball against these motherfuckers. You have to try to run the ball, but that's their primary focus, bro. If they're going to do anything, them big motherfuckers in there, Vita Vea, Kalijah Cansey, all these dudes, bro, they going to focus on getting that run going, right? Getting that run out of our hands and putting the ball in AOC's hands and really hunting at that point. That's what they'll want to do. They will want to get the ball in AOC's hands. As much as people don't want to hear that, they're going to want to get the ball in AOC's hands. And then they're going to want to pin their ears back and get after his ass because they know he's not going to be able to move. That is exactly what Todd Bowles will do, right? So then we already saw that. Okay, they played the Chiefs 3 weeks ago. What did the Chiefs do? All right, and they didn't have no Pacheco that game, right? But Kareem Hunt had 27 carries for 106 yards. So you see the formula, right? You see the formula. Sincere McCormick was signed to the active roster this week. All right. Hey, dog, it's time to show your ass now, right? We here now. We on the active roster now. The formula is simple, bro. We have to run the ball. There are going to be times where it's not going to look pretty in that motherfucker at all. It's just not. They probably going to stop us for a yard. They might fuck around and get us in the backfield a couple times because they have some monsters on there, bro. They got some dogs. But we're going to have to stick to that because the success will come with the play action. We cannot sit there and let AOC just drop back. It's not going to fucking work. We've seen that. And I don't think AOC is that guy to do that, right? I'm not trying to give him no 41 fucking throws. Really, I shudder and really shrug when I got to give any fucking quarterback 40-something throws. I don't give a fuck if it's Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes. I'm not trying to give my goddamn quarterback 41 throws. That's a lot of fucking throws. Now, unless, we sitting there and throwing screens and dump passes and shit, the Bo Nick special, if we doing shit like that, then all right, that's different. But some people gonna get mad at that. But I still don't like my quarterback throwing no 40 sometimes. I don't give a fuck who it is. So I want some balance this game. That's the way we're going to win, some balance. We're going to have to run the ball, stop the run, of course, on their side, because that's what they're predicating their big shots and deep plays on. Play action as well. So it's the same formula for us both, right? We know the formula, so we got to get it in. And of course, man, the big one, the big motherfucking kahuna, which is, please, for the love of God, don't turn the ball over. Now, if you're hoping for a tank, then you're going to want them to turn the ball over. That's it. You're probably going to want to turn over at some degree, right? Like if you're hoping for them to lose, then that's where you're at. But don't turn the ball over. That's where it is. You see what happened last week, right? You finally don't you do turn the ball over, but it's at the end of the game, so so be it. But you don't turn the ball over in 59 and 50 seconds of play, right? 59 and 45 seconds of play, you don't turn the ball over. You see what happens. We're in fucking games. So It's not rocket science, dog. Don't give the ball to the other fucking team. Keep the ball for yourself. See what happens at the end. You almost pull the game out. It's not rocket science, bro. It's definitely not that. So if we don't make it hard on ourselves, penalties as well, keeping the penalties to a minimum. I don't think we've been terrible in that aspect, but they've been untimely, right? Like I don't think the penalties are terrible, and they're I don't know where we're ranked. I don't know if we're like. Let's hope we're not ranked crazy. Let me see. You know why guess when we got Google University, right? What are Raiders ranked in penalties? Yeah. I like that. 2024. 21st. We're ranked 21st. We got 73. Which is not bad. The Ravens have the most penalties with 105. And we have 73, which ranks 21st in the league. It's not terrible. It's middle. It could be better. But I would say that they're just untimely, right? Like our penalties are mad untimely, and we can definitely do better with being better at spots, right? Being better at spots. So man, last but not least, man, let me see what y'all talking about, man. Winston is a great take commander. Then we needed him this year. We don't need his ad next year. We don't fuck all that. Keep him away from here next year. We do not. I don't need no quarterback learning behind what I saw on Monday. If anything, I send Jameis out there and be like, hey, dog, every game I'm telling my rookie, whatever he does, you damn near want to do the opposite of that shit. You damn near want everything. It doesn't matter, bro. Now, yeah, you can laugh, but whatever mechanics and shit he tries to show you, brush that shit off. Brush it off. It's not, or like whatever he tells you about not throwing an interception, probably go to a second opinion because this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. He has no idea. He has zero clue. So last but not least, man, you said it, Chili. I didn't. You said it. I didn't. But look, bro, it's all right, bro. They're gonna reveal themselves in time when the quarterback is selected, and by all means, right? There is a rumor going out right now that we'll talk about this before we end off the show. But there's a rumor going out right now, and I don't know if it's a rumor, but Mark Davis, he wants the quarterback, right? He wants to draft his quarterback. Wink, wink. But if you watch your boy and you watch me and Cheeto or whatever the case, you know what I already said, bro. You know what I already said 2 weeks ago, bro. What's understood really don't have to be explained, and we see our record right now, and what's understood is understood throughout the entirety of the building. We all know what time it is. So let's not sit here and pretend, right? We had this conversation a couple weeks ago, and that's why I love that I always be popping up here. I'll be talking to my folks, man. Y'all be popping up. Y'all be showing out because it's like we be recurring the conversation. We had this conversation a couple weeks ago, bro. What's understood don't need to be explained. We need that fucking quarterback. So now it's coming out, right? Mark Davis wants Shador. He wants all that. I can't wait because if we select him, there's going to be some people that's going to talk out their necks. They go talk out their necks, and I can't wait for it. And it's not even the simple fact of like, I'm going to defend Shador and all that. Like, yeah, I'm a fan, bro, and by all means, but I don't know the dude, right? Like, I have no idea who he is. I'm a fan. And if he's a Raiders quarterback, I'll be a fan as well. It's not over the top, but where I will go is to start scratching at them little undertones that motherfuckers got, right? Because some of y'all don't like him for legitimate reasons. Hold on to the ball too long. Feels like he might have a low ceiling, right? Okay, that's different. That's all logical explanation. But if I see some shit that's not logical explanation, then I pretty much know where it's coming from. And if we guess where it's coming from, your ass getting called out. I don't give a fuck what it is, bro. If I see it, I'm gonna say something. And that is what it is. But y'all know how it go, man. Still, we gonna pray for the quarterback and pray that everything works out, right? Story also. Y'all can look this up. I don't know. I forgot who said it. Maybe I can find it and show y'all because I think I did like it. Or I think my boy Leo sent it to me as well, man. Let me see, man. I'll pull it up. Instead of me talking, y'all, you hear me talk. Why don't we go ahead and pull up from the source, man? Let me see some. Yes, sir. All right, man. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and watch this, man. Watch this, and we'll talk about this right now, right? See what's going on. Boom.
Well, I mean, right now there are 3 2-loss teams, Jacksonville, Vegas, and the Giants, and 2 of them need quarterbacks, right? The Giants and the Raiders. And by the way, the Raiders play Jacksonville in a couple of weeks, so one will be ousted from the number 1 pick, and the other will get it. And it seems, Jason, that there are 2 quarterbacks as we start to funnel this, but we know they're overvalued. There will be more, but 2 considered high-pick quarterbacks, and that's Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward. So you think if there's 2 teams at the top in Vegas and the Giants and 2 quarterbacks available for them, a lot will come down to obviously the grade that's given for them. But we know other quarterbacks will be valued and going higher. But it seems like there will be a quarterback for each.
Want Shedeur Sanders. That's real. Mark Davis is going to make Shedeur Sanders his quarterback. So if that's their opportunity, I think that's what the Raiders do. And, I had people tell me last year going into the draft that the Raiders are prepared to offer as many as 3 first-rounders and 2 second-rounders to Washington to move up for Jaden Daniels. And the answer was no. So they've been trying to aggressively get a quarterback. This year, I think you're finally at that spot. And the one thing I will say, guys, you can appreciate this. I know we're going to have a Kansas City conversation. When you're in the same division as Bo Nix and Sean Payton, and then Harbaugh and Herbert, and then obviously Mahomes and Andy Reid, I do think your quarterback evaluation might need to change a little bit. The one thing you
So there's that, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of that. Just to end off the show, but real talk, bro. You see it. You saw what he said last year, bro. We 3 firsts, 2 seconds for Jaden Daniels, and that was a no, right? That was a no. And by all means, will we be happy right now with Jaden Daniels? I think so. I think we all be straight. Now, finally, a year we don't have to give up that type of fucking capital when all of the OGs last year were so fucking afraid to give up the capital for a quarterback. You don't want to give it up, and now you want to bypass the QB this year. Some of these people make 0 sense, right? Now you start to see how some of these people start to contradict themselves now. They don't walk that line, right? Last year, all the talk that I heard was, why would I give up 3 first rounds? 2 seconds, that's too much. That's the whole future of the shit. Now this year, when we're in the position to actually do it, these motherfuckers are telling us to go draft another position and not a quarterback. Some of y'all need to check your football card in and take a break from that motherfucker until April. Actually, until after April. To be honest with you, because some of y'all, man, I don't know, man. I don't know how the fuck. I don't know how y'all live y'all daily lives flip-flopping the way y'all do, man. If y'all flip-flop in y'all daily lives, the way motherfuckers be flip-flopping with this Raider shit, I don't know how people be happy. I'm man, it's got to make sense, bro. It's got to make sense. But let's go ahead and get into our last segment of the day, man. Yeah, man, it's the final rundown, man. You know what it is. If you already don't know what the final rundown is, this is where we break down the week as a whole. What does this week mean for the team? What do we have to look for future-wise coming off of this week? And really, what's the storyline? You know, I feel like, sports are about storyline. Football mainly is about storyline. And what is it? But not much. It hasn't been much to really make of each week because each week it kind of all bleeds into the same thing, which is like we're trying to get this top pick at this point. So that's what it is. This week it's the same theme, and it's pretty much going to be the same theme as far as the final rundown of each week. Finish, right? Finish and effort. What does the effort look like from the team? What can we see? Are they giving up on the coach? Are they giving up on the coaching staff? Do they look ill prepared? We have to continue to look at these things and evaluate for the last 5 weeks. We can't just throw it up in the air, right? But like my guy Dre for Show says, hashtag SS, man. Hashtag strategic substitutions, bro. Let the young guys play. Let young dudes play. Let's see the effort from them, and let's see how they get down against this competition, man. Who we keep next year, who we don't keep next year, man. So y'all already know, man. Like, it sucks. We're going to have to go through this for another 5 weeks. It does suck, but you got your boy Rundown to help you through it, man. You got your guys in the TRS to help you through it. So If you want some more Raider content, you want to chill, man, and talk some real Raider football, man, make sure you guys tap on the like button, hit the subscribe, share this mug out, right? Share this thing out, man. We got to try to get some more subscribers in here, man. The subscriber count done slowed down. I don't like all that, man. It's like when the streets slow down, man, I start getting nervous. You feel me? Like, we gotta go ahead and start getting this shit right. So let's start getting some more people to join in this mug, man. Let's get some more people to join into our rundown familia, man. Bring some more people that want to talk that real shit, that real Raider ball, man. And we'll keep it going, man. Make sure you guys tap on our like buttons, hit my social media, man. Like I said, I got my registry together. So finally, I will be posting that soon. I think Friday's the day I'm going to post the link for the registry. Need some baby rundown gear, man. If y'all want to go ahead and help your boy out, like I said, super chats, whatever. But if you want to go ahead and help with the registry for baby rundown, man, that's all that matters, man. So appreciate everybody. Make sure you hit the like button, all that good shit. Stay safe tonight, right? And I will see you on Friday for Turf and Rundown, man. Until then, y'all already know what I say here, man. We keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground here on the Raider Rundown. Y'all be straight. See y'all. Peace.
I need a bad bitch with an accent, serving in peace, still taxing. Just got tapped for the young cash app, moonwalking like a young Mike Jackson. Yeah, shots to the head, ride clean and still fuck feds. Realest nigga and it's on my kids, so who the fuck gon' wanna test me, bitch?